Alex and Apex will have grenades for the T side of Vitality in this pistol round.
Absolutely. It's going to be Woxic straight down middle, and he's going to try to cause some problems there. But it will be ZywOo to take the frag on a Chris J.
Ooh.
But Robs is waiting in the apartments. Oh no! He's done a lot of damage there. 2 quick kills. However, it is all even now, 3v3, but Vitality's position, their movements are known by Mousesports, but it's not too much Frozen can do about it. He's covering the cross to the side. That's pretty much all he can hope to do. The molly will force him out of position, which is great, but RPK is slow to move out. He's just covering for his teammates at this point, and there's the flank from Apex, and now things start to look a bit better for Vitality.
Bomb about to be planted. It's the Vino planted for the players in the pit. That's a great start as well. Woxic getting blasted in the face by Vitality. That leaves Karrigan as the last man to drop Shocks, of course, to get that final kill.
In that game, he was really struggling immensely. So I'm hoping that Shocks is able to do more against Mousesports, but of course the competition is a lot stiffer than when they were playing against Heroic. Either way, you can see Woxic there with that scout. He's such a deadly force. Just the head showing there gets, I think, some insane if you think about it, that you know, Oscar at that time with that lineup kind of proved to have like this skill ceiling where it's like a top 10 player in the world at certain times, and it's play together in a large variety of positions. And Frozen will exchange a couple of shots there, and he's going to be able to take down RPK. So it gets a little bit worse here for Vitality. Vitality now, there's more urgency behind this round as the man advantage is with Mousesports, despite Mousesports being on a significantly worse buy. Oh, how does that work? That's insane from Frozen.
That rotation, not quite yet. Playing a reactive game. The barrel of the gun's going to be spotted. Sure, it's a free one, but ZywOo starts to swing at just the right time. 15 seconds. Karrigan baiting his teammates. Oh, the bomb's at the feet of Karrigan now in the dark spot. The clock's in the red. It's their time to get the bomb and start to plant it. It's going to be so close, but he's just about got there, Alex. He's hoping and praying that no one takes him out. Still alive for now. Shock's holding things down.
It's going to be very tough. They're so low, and it's even worse now. Alex has it all to do with the Krieg there in hand. There's the first one. Can he get a second? Yes, brings out
UK,
the taps.
hashtag UK mans. Mousesports trying to defend Banana. That's a great way to start. Karrigan and Frozen around the corner of the smoke. Advantageous for them, but Alex is here, and he's angry.
He found a very good timing there where a nade was in the hand of Karrigan, so there was no trade possible.
Woxic behind the smokes, just waiting. Shock still creeping. Hasn't really made any sounds yet, but Karrigan is very aware of what might be happening. 42 HP will be enough. Rings the bell immediately. Gets hit by one bullet, but he's still alive, which means he has position. Baiting for Rops now. Rops surely activates first, and Karrigan's going to swing. They're trying to make it happen. Doesn't quite, but the bomb's fallen, and again, Woxic, no AWP required. He's often the man to supply ZywOo. He's ZywOo's dealer, if you will. Karrigan out on Banana, but they still have a numbers advantage if they choose to. Well, now the score is tied in terms of personnel. But again, if they chose to like attack the B bomb site, a 3 versus 2 would be a fair chance for it. But anyways, 2 versus 2 at the moment. But Woxic's behind the smokes. It's a big opening from RPK. He'll trade for Apex. They take position on the B bomb site. Chris J and Rob still starting to rotate, wondering about a lurker. In the meantime, RPK is doing more work on B somewhere, trying to cut off that rotation, as he was on a previous round. You saw Karrigan was very aware of what might have been happening, so
Mousesports will just wait as long as they can. They don't really have... Oh, the lineup, that was so scary. Look at the health on Alex and Shocks. They are critically low. Now, where does the bomb go? 30 seconds for the bomb plant at this point. RPK gets Karrigan, and they're going to commit towards the B bomb site. Fortunately, that is... it's been...
The money together, so they should be on a good buy for the next round. You see the... Oh, goodbye. Literally from the window to the wall, Dan. See the window up there. Karrigan's going to get traded. The B-bomb site has been lost, but will Vitality pursue? Will they go all the way?
The bomb site, which has a better defense in terms of the amount of players for Mousesports, as you guys can see on the mini-map. RPK will try to sell it towards B. Woxic will easily deal with him, but now they'll know. Oh, there it is. Rops! He's done 2 in with that shotgun. There's one more to go. Apex, he's going to have to run tail between legs. There's nothing he can do. The auto shotgun is simply too strong. I've got to say, I'm very satisfied.
And there's the pop flash play. RPK avoids it, but doesn't see the angle at all. Frozen beyond him already. There's the retake, which
as you can see, and it's going to be difficult here. This peak is extremely dangerous against the Kriegs. And wow, Alex is just going to go straight in with the Krieg. He's very far forwards. He's going to get the kill onto Carrigan. Frozen, able to get 2 out of that. That's actually quite good. It wasn't looking so good for the double, but he'll get it. And that's going to allow Mousesports to have a decent retake opportunity. But with ZywOo posted up with that AWP on the B-bomb site, that is going to be so hard to deal with.
Retake territory. Mousesports can smoke Banana. There are various safe ways to do it from where Robs is standing, basically. And that has been deployed. It's the deeper one. That's a great burst from Shox, though. And now it's a 2 versus 2. Do Mousesports commit to this? Woxic's the only man with a diffuse kit. There's Robs with the spray. Now he's got the angle, but Woxic must get on the bomb immediately. Moving into position, the meat shield. Is there even time for the smoke down in the middle? And Alex has taken big damage. He's been hit by mortar fire, and Woxic will have mortars on the other side of the map. RPK getting hit by the cannon. Repositions to the short position. He's got Woxic. He's got Rops for rifle supports.
Ropsic
as well. Maybe that's what you call a combo.
Yeah.
Is that a Moto smoke?
This could be a problem that the setup is forward here. If Woxic or Rops has a moment where they miss, they could give up the bomb site. We'll see if that's the case. Well, it's definitely not the case. They're hitting basically everything. It's just ZywOo who gets a frag towards the balcony. But can they control the flow of players, these Mousesports defenders? ZywOo trying to get across to the site here. The bomb is down in top mid, though, so they need to get the kill straight up. And Shox will now be alone against the 4 players that remain for Mousesports, but he'll be discovered.
And bottom of mid. Frozen and Chris J on the B bomb site, but for how long? Chris J gets his bell rung. Frozen is here with a pre-fire to try and help. Woxic in the meantime will take Alex out. Still no frags, just yet full vitality. Frozen with a burst now. Frozen doing more. He's been quite one to watch in this tournament, and he continues to be with the last kill on the B bomb site.
They are just going for the second phase of the default, which is the top mid control. The barrel of the gun was spotted, though, so they know it's coming. Chris J with the first kill. Oh my god, it's a headshot from Shox to Alex. The team kill is not going to help matters at all. A whiff there. Chris J still alive for the longest time. Finally, he will fall behind the flames, but from behind the flames, Woxic strikes. Sweet vengeance there for Chris J. And now RPK is going to walk into the B-bomb sites, meandering his way forwards and Frozen. So far, Mousesports have been very good in terms of dealing with these pushes on the A site. Chris J. I see times fire there, and Woxic will fall back with the USP. Gets a frag out of it as well. It's looking very grim here for the French. They're going to get wiped out. Great spray from Carrigan. And now it's just Shox who's left, and he'll get eliminated as well. No hope in hell there for Vitality. So damn confident, and they're going to go for a mid push. Leverage that confidence. Frozen and Woxic. Whip from Woxic, and that's actually going to cost them everything, because RPK is the one he whiffed against. Rops as well with a whiff. Everybody's whiffing. Apex nailing Chris J. Chris J didn't even get a chance to whip that one. Carrigan against so many players. And I don't know what happened.
And support for the international teams, which you don't always see. Oh, Woxic is enacting revenge. So we punished for his insolence. Alex, lucky to be alive on 2 HP. He was already low, 10 or less. Somehow still alive. He'll be with RPK in the smoke towards Banana. Frozen and rotating towards the A-bomb site. Shox making a solo play, maybe trying to pull rotation. And indeed, there will be 3 players on the A-bomb site. There's only 3 left for Vitality, though. Make it 2. Carrigan with another AWP.
The turnaround for the last round is a wipeout, but for the team that was on the receiving end of it, of course you do open yourself up to counter plays, but hello. So we'll get a pick in mid.
Playing an off angle. He's trying to catch people pre-firing the corner behind him, but ZywOo is just too smart. And Frozen will get taken out as well. Surely that's the round over. Chris J and Rops, well, it's the last round, so they have to go for anyway, but it probably is over. 5 versus 2. This might be one retake too much for Mousesports. Apex by the tree. Got a crossfire with ZywOo if one is required. And we've got flashes coming in from the site as well. Looking for something over the smoke. And he gets something. But there's a redeployment of a smoke and a flash into the smoke. Things go from bad to worse for Mousesports as they're just constantly blind. Trying to create some space with the incendiary, but there's so much spray from the team. There's so many guns to do it with. They are walking to their doom, but again, there is no choice. They must walk the plank. Piranhas are surrounding, and Vitality.
There's so much information here for Karrigan. They're going to jump around the corner. Karrigan, oh, he's going to get absolutely drilled by ZywOo. Not even a headshot, but all the information, that is absolutely key. It will allow Mousesports to set themselves up post-plant better to deal with all of the players coming through Banana. We'll have to see if they're going to be successful, though, because brute force can work here for Vitality as they push forwards. Chris J will load Alex up with bullets, and he's now going to be dropped as ZywOo will make his way forwards, able to trade onto Robs. 3 versus 3, but that bomb is going to detonate very shortly. Someone has to get onto the bomb here. There is a kit, but it's on ZywOo.
He's holding it. Is he? No way. In the middle, in plain sight. That is absolutely absurd. Vitality with...
This is really fast into apartment, so he might be able to get actually a sneaky frag here because there is a player completely exposed. There was a chance there, but Robs couldn't get it this time. But Karrigan is going to find himself a 1v onto Alex, a 3v4 here. Oh, might be another one in store. Karrigan needs controlled shots, but he doesn't land the shots he needs. And Frozen's left alone in a 1v4. Extra damage would be great, and we know that he's capable, but can he find that extra kill that could make all the difference moving forwards?
I think psychologically, Shox had to get that kill. The way this has been going so far. 30 HP now. He can't take another bullet. He's still facing, though. Well, he died, but he bought some...
They should have heard that smoke. They should have a good read on where RPK is, but the flashbang comes through for, and that's going to really help RPK out there. Able to fall back and away. ZywOo takes over, and he certainly will do a good job of it. Rops and Frozen remaining now with 24th round of loss bonus that they have.
They don't have a lot of even primary weapons, but they do have a lot of grenades. They'll start with a flashbang. Karrigan chasing the action. He'll get traded, but that's definitely to their advantage. They don't have that much to lose here, Mousesports. And Vitality certainly do. Position, personnel, money, all sorts. Momentum. So we rotate to help Alex to deploy some grenades for him. The HE over the half wall. We'll take out half of Robs. So now going for the pop flash, the side play. Alex swings. He sees 4 players, but he can't do much with it. Mousesports might just charge. The incendiary to try and buy some time, but they know time is precious, Mousesports. They put a smoke over the top, though. There's one into the flame. Keeps a gap. Very important for them. ZywOo gets his bell rung, finish off as well. Does some damage, but not much else.
Ooh. That was a nasty one onto Chris J, but he stays standing, so not nasty enough. But the HE in return from RPK will finish him. Shox is in a dangerous position as far as Mousesports are concerned. He's actually crept through. Oh man, they're not going to expect him to be so close. Shox takes down Robs. He was holding the bomb. It's on the ground now. Shox is taking everyone out. This is very dangerous, but Frozen also doing a step better, and he's going to finish off the round.
Shox's aim is so sick. I just want like a dedicated PC in my house, just of Shox POVs. I'd never be there to watch them, but that's not the point. Well, indeed, Dan, there is an early AWP pick for Vitality, and Alex, he spots the legs, the leg van. Oh, he gets another chance as well, but he's missed a shot, and down he goes. Apex unable to trade that. You've got to land those shots. Maybe he's peaked for today, or maybe it's just a blip on the radar. He'll have more opportunities, but for now, it's going to be Apex trying to hold things down. They move through both sides with a smoke to trade worst case scenario. That's a great spray from man like Robs. 3 versus 2 now as Vitality move towards that B bomb site. A quick check for a flank from RPK and looks to join.
That could mean the entire map as well. There's a shot of the beautiful...
see the army carrying that weapon. Ooh, I love this boost to look down mid, but ZywOo's kind of sticking his barrel out, and I think he must have been spotted.
Both sides. Oh, that flashbang was absolutely fantastic. Oh, that's a disaster. There's no trade kill onto Shox. Shox will collect the weapon out of that one, and Alex will take a frag with the... Oh, he's taking another frag as well. He's doing massive amounts of damage, and this is looking just so catastrophic for Mousesports. Frozen looking to do what he can to save the day, but he's been traded now as well. Rops is up to him. 30 seconds on the clock as he... Oh my god, he sprays one down through the smoke. How does he even realize where to aim that thing? Alex in the pit though, and there's nothing that Rops can do about it. Alex is at the back of the site. He is alone here, so there is an opportunity for sure for Mousesports, but Alex, he's going to get the first kill.
3 dangerous rifles still exist and remain now with Chris J getting dropped. They have position on the bomb site, but Apex has position in construction. Going for the coffin play. Robs punishing the tracers. Things get better now for Mousesports. 3 versus 3. ZywOo still creeping with the smoke. There's the safe deployment of the smoke towards the banana position, but they know where he is now. There is a flash, but only on Zywoo, which makes things really awkward. Woxic on the site in new box. His position is conceded now, and now he becomes the bait, but there's an incendiary. He'll put a forward grenade up. 2 versus 2 now. Woxic by the fountain, still causing problems. Both CTs in the red. One's dead now. That leaves Zywoo alone. They keep trading. Frozen. He's got Zywoo with 17 HP. He has a defuse kit. He's still going for it, Zywoo. Is he fast enough? Frozen has the angle. From teams in North America, just putting like loads of plays at the arch position. Shox does what he can. Only good for the 1 kill though. Zywoo and Apex rotating. There are 4 smokes up just in the arch position and library towards Moto.
That's a great trade for Mousesports. You know, they had a MAP1 on one player and they managed to kill a guy with an M4, which is the strongest weapon that Vitality have. That's a great result. And they're going to recommit into the A side after a delay. Trying to reset the situation, trying to cast some doubt into the minds of the French, but RPK with the double, that is a disaster. What are Mousesports going to do to try to remedy this? Rops bursting out of balcony to try to save the day. Woxic with the frag around the side of Arch. And now Rops is trying to find Zywoo. His job is to delay, buy time. He's got no support, so now his job is to kill absolutely everybody. And maybe he just will with the MP9. It's very unlikely against Woxic with the AK-47. But Zywoo, he's playing the clock here. He's being an absolute genius. Woxic has to push forward. Zywoo, he's done it! That's incredible!
Great. Robs with the Krieg. There are no grenades in this round for Mousesports at this point. Maybe 1 or 2 are thrown at the beginning. To avoid being pre-fired, catch somebody off guard. They may clear that position, then you re-peek, and then suddenly you're there. Apex through the smoke, takes Woxic out, and Chris J as well. This is very telling. This is only going to encourage more spray and spam from Vitality towards B.
And Robs is just looking at like all of his teammates. His teammates were lemmings, but they're supposed to be lemmings for the slaughter for him to be able to get frags. But none of that's really worked out in the way that they intended. And you know, it might be the case that do they want Robs to like try to keep hold of this Krieg? Well, he's lost the Krieg now, and they don't want Vitality to pick that up, but they can't do anything to stop it.
They got no choice.
This is suddenly looking like Vitality.
It may still be a slow round. Why? Because you want it to make it expensive. You want the CTs to throw their incendiaries, although with the aggression, RPK in no man's land, with support from the MP9, that might speed things up. Indeed it would. We're on fast forward now as we head. Apex and Shox have no information on Arch. Smokes up in the Arch and the library, but Shox walking through or trying to, but he'll be denied by Frozen. Patient play from Mousesports and things escalate quickly. Zywoo with a gap in the smoke, sees the bomb but traded immediately. 4 versus 2, Apex holding position, giving them a chance, but Alex is still to rotate off Banana. Apex falling back now, moving towards a library position, and it's a post-plant situation, and Rops is already looking for rotations.
It's going to be a tough one for Vitality. Pretty impressive round considering that Vitality had 4 players on A. They knew that an A attack was coming, but Mousesports still barreled them over. Vitality, of course, have plenty of cash right now, so looking to do maybe some additional damage, catch some exit kills if they possibly can. And Alex, he's looking for the players that might be saving in the pits. He might be able to find them here. This could be devastating. Oh, he's going to try to play this for both kills. There's the first one. Oh, hello. There's Mr. Robs lurking in the apartments, of course. Of course he is.
Oh, this is not recommended. That is bad for your dive.
And advantages to get to bomb plants towards B and towards A. And we've seen a variety of different rounds here, different finishes, A, B, on a third player, obviously, if you can, if you're Vitality. But Vitality's still not sure if Mousesports are going into A or B. Top mid, vision is denied. And here comes Mousesports. That's a great shot from Zywoo. I don't know how he managed to make that one work, bending the bullet around the corner. And it's just 3 left here for Mousesports. Only 20 seconds to go as well. This is desperate for them right now.
That is a perfect incendiary, perfect. Woxic forced to change position, and maybe there'll be more spray planting behind the fountain. Oh my God, as he jumps over Chris J and taking Woxic out. That's absolutely absurd. This is not Cirque du Soleil. Rob's trying to hold things down with Chris J, and they're just doing that. Attack from Chris J. This is absolutely ridiculous. Robs versus Shox now. Over the smokes, he's got a nice angle. There's the spray, he's got to reposition. The burst from Robs. That is, again, Mousesports will have Banana relatively uncontested. Previously, Alex was dry peeking into Woxic with the AWP. That won't be the case on this occasion. Look at the play from Mousesports. Apex taken out. What can Alex really hope to do? He's really hoping now, through the smokes, he can get an upgrade. Chooses to fall back, though, not really wanting to take the risk. There was plenty of spray from both sides. Chooses the safer approach. ZywOo's rotated over and taken big damage as well. There were 4 smokes up, now there are 3 around that B bomb site. Denial of information. Shox playing from library. No info for Vitality top mid.
They've managed to circumvent ZywOo so far, and that's a really big deal. Obviously, his AWP would be extremely detrimental as Mousesports go into a bomb site, and they've managed to indeed force ZywOo to be the sole defender on the B bomb site because it's a 4 versus 4, and Mousesports just reset the situation. It's beautiful counter-strike from them right now on this T side as they look to push towards the A bomb site. There is a helping hand here in Alex, but he's very, very weak. Might be able to find a player on the side of the smoke.
Oh,
it's
my
Karrigan,
God.
though, and he's going for the taps on the pit position. It's RPK there on the defense. There's a crossfire from pit to side, but Rops is there with the bullet straight to the brain, and there's nothing left on the A site. Vitality, all they have is ZywOo, and he is nowhere to be found.
Take everything away. ZywOo forced to run. He's got no Kevlar, and Chris J will be denied, it seems. ZywOo too fast.
And Karrigan will make his way forwards. Apex will take him down. It's an upgrade to be had here as well if he gets the smoke deployed, which he will. No punish coming through. Robs can't quite find the engagement he needs. He's down to 15 HP. Mousesports are not looking good here.
Robs
Our
is dead.
recovery will be hard.
Deep in apartments. He had nowhere to go. ZywOo needs this overtime. He's got the most kills and just 1 shy of the least deaths. Well, it gets a little worse for him. Apex is here to hold position on Arch. Avoids getting traded. Maybe saw or heard Woxic. Hasn't seen the bomb though. Shox through the smoke. Got some information. That's going to allow Alex to go forward. He sees both remaining players. So look how deep Alex is going on the radar. He's taking all of Banana because he knows they can't get there in time. They're stuck. RPK hears the scope on the site. Apex still in a library position. Frozen 8 HP, so he takes the AWP. Woxic still has a scope though. Alex going even deeper. He's going to second mid. He's confident in the time he has because RPK has those audio cues. He can go up second mid here.
Yeah, they have everything covered perfectly. This is really a beautiful perimeter of defense from Vitality, slowly closing in around the neck of Mousesports. And there's a Molotov to try to deny some of the positions. Oh, there it is. First frag there coming in from Frozen, trying to progress onto the site. Where's the next player? RPK on the site, and he does everything.
You want him to be your last man standing. Rob's so deep on close to the balcony position. Does he go further? He does indeed. RPK taken out, and there's Karrigan to take out Shox. Rob's on that balcony, cleans out the A-bomb site. That might be the round over.
Yeah, I don't know what they can do from this position. Alex is close to the Moto smoke, actually just shy of the Moto area, but it does the job. ZywOo does pick off Frozen in middle. And Alex has crept through the... Oh, no. Oh, no. This is a disaster. Robs will save it, though, and Woxic will find ZywOo.
Wants to avoid giving too many traces away. Ends up eating a meal he really didn't order. And Apex will try to do the same. Good damage, but they don't get that kill like Mousesports did. Chris J hears the fallback and takes map control immediately. It's a great response.
Yeah, ZywOo is staying on the A side this time. Normally they would actually put ZywOo, or try to put ZywOo solo on B, but they don't really have the ability to. And
oh boy.
This could be dangerous. Hello, might want to have your gun out, Apex. This is a bit dangerous. The smoke will come through. What does Apex decide to do? He's spraying a bit more. My goodness, that is very, very close. Oh no,
what?
Chris J takes down Karrigan. I don't know what happened with the HE. Must have just messed the lineup up. Either way, the bomb will be planted by Woxic. 4v4 now. And there is a pretty good chance for the retake here for Vitality. They have so much retake utility that is available.
Saw a demonstration of why the sound cues are so important in this game. Here's a resmoke of Banana. This is an easy one to do. Woxic close to avoid the flashbangs and take ZywOo out. Headshots galore by Woxic. Apex and Shox remain. They've got to get something from this half, but how likely is it looking now? 17 HP for Apex. Spraying Banana. That bomb is so fast. Takes 1 versus 3.
Alex in the corner, did they expect him to be there? Absolutely not. They think the Molly would have covered for that. There's the trade frag against Chris J. It's a 3v3, but they're not going for the B-bomb site. Yeah,
they're rotating towards A, as we saw Vitality do, I want to say, in the first half earlier on. Proved to be a mistake, but Chris J's got the angle. So does ZywOo, though. He's got another chance. He's got an angle. There's no tag, I don't believe. Into the apartments now, where Rops, of course, is, well, he's close enough. The no-scope from ZywOo. That leaves Woxic alone now. 1 versus 2. The 2 fast entries towards B, but overplayed it towards A and lost almost everything. Shox has made his way over. There's a fast smoke to be deployed by Woxic. Woxic in the clutch. We like to see ZywOo. Now it's Woxic's turn.
It's a really interesting position here because he does have the AWP. He's got some of that post-plant utility. That molly does allow him to post up on this angle. He can know that no one else would have it first. Some utility here also, well, a lot actually for Vitality for the remainder of them. So Shox is actually still fully loaded. Woxic, can he find the first frag? Oh, there's actually a whip here. He needs to get a kill. Beautiful there from Woxic, just barely able to find the side of ZywOo as he goes for the peek. Up to Shox now. What does Woxic decide to do? He's sitting in the smoke here. Shox tapping the ball.
Oh my God!
How did he hit that? How can he react so quick?
3-2 set up at the beginning for Mousesports, and they're going to take this game away from Vitality, or try to. Karrigan charging down. He thinks he's Rambo, but not in this round. He's not. 5 versus 3. Vitality get gifted something at the beginning of this round.
Elevated position for Frozen. He is alone though, so he is playing to just get a multi-frag and somehow avoid flashes and so on and so forth. He is committed. He will likely die if they do challenge there. Now he's got support though, so out of some amount of danger. Woxic not able to take a more deep angle, as an AWP can already be posted up on that one, although that, as I say that, he just decides to go for it. Here's the AWP shooting the wall, which means that the AWP couldn't have had the angle, so he pushes forwards into it. And this is so utterly tense. I can't believe it. Woxic, yeah, he gets the first shot. RBK goes down, and it's a huge bait for Frozen. How many will he get?
Better use some flashbangs for Woxic, because otherwise he's going to take your faces off ahead of the smoke. Are there any flashes left? Woxic's taken out. That's a huge pick. That's the pick they needed. Rop's left now. Does he can't really go for this because they might end up needing money towards the end here. But he will fish for something, it seems. Won't get what he was looking for.
T-steps, which is a little bit unusual, but... Oh, there you go, Woxic and Frozen just going at it there. RPK will make some trades happening. That's beautiful. Bomb can be collected. RPK will take forward position. What do they want to do with the bomb, though? Will they commit it towards this position? Because RPK, now he's dead. Chris J has replaced him. What did Vitality do at this point? The bomb could try to go in. It's on Alex. He's going to swap out for a rifle, and ZywOo's going to join him.
ZywOo was running down mid, which Rob's heard, but Woxic is rotating towards A, which is really confusing me. I don't know why that would be a thing, but Chris J is going to be alone towards B bomb site, so maybe he didn't hear the sound properly. With that flashbang, Woxic will head back towards the B bomb site. Robs will make sure there's no rotation. He hears the beeps via his teammate and starts to rotate. Chris J with a nice burst, and again it's ZywOo as the last man standing for Vitality. 1 versus 3. Has to clutch the round just to stay alive.
It is ZywOo. There's no one else you would want in this position. Trying to punish the throw of the nade. A little bit slow on that one and can't get it. The Krieg there going deep towards second oranges, towards new boxes to see what he can find. Can't find anything. It's Drops to find the frag, and Mousesports pick up MAP1. Very well played by them. It seemed like they were down and out, but they managed to dig deep. They found another gear to go to, and that gear allowed them to secure the overtime. It allowed them to crush it in overtime by winning 3 back-to-back rounds in the first half. This team is so insanely